The Jets taking on, welcome to the previews. The Jets taking on the Dolphins here. The Jets come in 0-3. The Dolphins come in 0-3. The Dolphins are giving up uh, 33, 33, and 31 points. If you're playing that 33 game out there, you hope you have the Jets in this one because the Dolphins give up 33 to the Jets. The Jets lost their first two games of the season and the first three games of the season, and well, they're allowing pretty much the same 31 nearly 32 points a game so far. And, they did hang in there in a couple of those games. Now, their opponents were scoring some big time points, but the Jets, they had an okay offense in a couple of those. Maybe it was poor defense by their opponents, but the Jets having a hard time with turnovers here so far. 6 turnovers right now. They're 3-11 against the spread. Their last 14 division road games, 3-7 last 11 games as a road underdog. They're 8-14 in their last 22, coming in off of a loss for the Dolphins here. Like I said, they're giving up uh, points big time. They're turning it over, -5 so far in their 3 games. Miami, though, 12-8 against the spread as a home favorite. Also 6-3 against the spread under McDaniel in division home games. Dolphins have kind of dominated the series. They've won 9 of the last 11. Jets are 0-9 here straight up and 1-5-3 against the spread. Their last in those 9 games. 4 of the last 5 games between the two teams have gone over. And I don't know. I think I want to go over here with these two goofy teams here. And I'll go over 45.5 tonight with the Jets and the Dolphins. I think I could peek at the personnel here and maybe find some of my favorite players, especially if I'm going to go with an over here, because no one wants to listen to anyone give out any unders on any of those live shows. Boring. You don't even know, the handicappers won until the show's over. But I do like Fields here a little bit. I mean, look, he's shown some. His best promise, it feels like. Now, I know we didn't get to see him there, but look, I thought in that first game against Pittsburgh, he looked pretty good. He was certainly overmatched there against Buffalo, but he'll get to make his return now after last week there with the concussion protocol. Maybe we're going to put one of those guardian caps on him or something here, but I think he can make a connection with his man Garrett Wilson here. Wilson has had 2 outstanding games so far, including the 10 catches last week for a touchdown. Looked very good with Ty God throwing it to him. Yeah, they lost, but they were in that game with Tampa Bay and some crazy circumstances. You're making fun of the Jets here. With the game against Pittsburgh was 34-32, and the game against Tampa was 29-27. Of course, they did get blown out by Buffalo, but I like this connection tonight with Fields to Wilson here, and I also. I'd probably look, even though Mason Taylor right now, he did have 6 targets and 4 receptions last week. So, you know what? Mason Taylor could be a guy that you could look at with some pretty decent prices here for Fields in this one, and getting the ball to his tight end here. I think that will be key for the Jets here tonight. For Tua, I do like Tua here to be able maybe to, it's so scary when he runs, but with the type of pressure that I think that the Jets will apply, I think it'll be key for Tua. I think Jalen Waddle's probably the guy that I like the most. I actually don't know if I like the situation for Tyreek here. The Jets actually aren't too bad against those type of prototypical number ones. You might even say that Waddle right now, not questioning Tyreek or any of his motivation or circumstances or what he looks like on the sideline. But look, Waddle so far, 5 catches last week with the touchdown. He had a touchdown against New England as well. So I think Waddle might be able to get to the end zone here once or twice here. I'd also look maybe a little bit deeper with the Jets, but man, I'm sorry, with the Dolphins, but For Achan, I'm not sure I'm in favor of the running game for Miami. I know they're going to try to use plenty of Achan here and maybe even Ollie Gordon, but the Jets, that's one area where they're probably at least in top 10 defensively is against the run. So if you guys want to comment on this game, let me know. But I'll take over 44 and a half here in this one with the Jets and the Dolphins here tonight. And look, I mean, maybe it's good that these games are overlapping one another. Jets have gone over in 8 of their last 10 overall. And Jets, like we said, just 4-10 last 14 ATS against Miami. Miami 3-6 ATS last 9 overall. Jets have lost 5 of 6 dating back to last season.